everyone, let's solve this problem. Find all groups of farmland. So before solving this problem, I recommend you to go and solve the problem number of islands. So if you see here, this is the problem number of islands. Go and give it a try for a couple of minutes. So if you are unable to solve, I have made a video solution for that. I will attach the video solution in the description. Go and watch it out. Now let's understand this. So before going into the problem, the main important thing is understanding the question, because most of the people struggle to understand this question. So first we will understand the question clearly, then we will see the coding part, high level of the coding part. Then we can see interviewer can pitch this question definitely, like few of them have already thought about it, about the twist of the question, and then we will see that approach, and then we will see the coding part. This is the extra thing, we will discuss this at the end. Now let's understand. You are given a 0 indexed m cross n binary matrix land where 0 represent hectare of forest land and 1 represent hectare of farmland. He is saying that he will give m cross n matrix and there will be one cell. There will be one cell. If 0 is present, then that means we have a forest. If 1 is present, this is a farm. I think you understood this, right? Now let's understand this. This is the most important thing of this problem. To keep the land organized, there are designated rectangle areas of hectares that consist entirely of farmland. He is saying that he wants to make the land organized. So what he is making is, he is making the designated rectangle area. He is making the rectangle area, clear cut rectangle, that consists entirely of farmland. So this is my rectangle area and all these values are 1. So these are my farmlands. These rectangle areas are called groups. This complete is called a group. This is my one group. No two groups are adjacent. That means, suppose this is my one group, right? Now let's make a new edge, let's make new row, and let's make this as 1 0 1. No two groups are adjacent. That means now this is my group, this is my group, and he is saying that, meaning farmland is one group, is not 4 directionally adjacent to another farmland. So this is my another farmland, right? So this type of validations will not be there. That means I will try to explain you clearly. Now if you have farmland, consider this is my farmland, these are my farmlands. You can't have values, consisting like this, That means this is my one complete group and this is my complete group, and you can't have another rectangular group that is present adjacent to this group. He is saying that no two groups are adjacent. That means these two are not adjacent, they should be disconnected. That means, suppose I have this group, and these values are 1 1 1 1 1 1, and I have another group and another group, and in this group this should be definitely zeros, and other group should start from here. So that means if I have one group and I can't have this type of scenarios, I think you have got this part as well. So by concluding, we can say that this is my complete rectangle area if it consists of all ones in all directions. So this is my rectangle area. If you have any one towards this side, so this scenario is not possible. No two groups are adjacent, meaning farmland in one group is not 4 directionally adjacent to another farmland. So this is my another farmland, so it should not be there. So I think you have got it. Now the question is break down to much more simpler. Try to watch this part again for better understanding. Now land can be represented by coordinate system with top left corner of land is 0, 0 and the bottom right corner is m-1, n-1. Find the coordinates of the top left and the bottom right corner of each group of farmland. He is saying that, suppose this is my rectangle area, He is saying that now I want R1, C1, R2, C2, and I need to form this vector R1, C1, R2, C2 with the length 4. Now we need to return a 2D array containing the 4 length subarrays above for each group of farmland. That means this is my farmland, consider this as F1, F2 and F3. We need to return F1, F2, F3 in the final answer. So I think you have got it, what exactly we are doing. So it's simpler, right? Now if you see, there is no twist and nothing in this question. Now he is saying that we got designated rectangle. That means that means you got the designated rectangle. That means suppose if you encountered one, that means you can definitely form a rectangle here. This is the first thing we should know. If you get one, then there must be a rectangle. You can't have this type of scenarios. Because my two groups, this is my one group, this is my another group, that should be not in the four directional way. So this is not a valid scenario. So whenever you encountered one, you can definitely form a rectangle. That is my first scenario. First I will consider, if you got one, I will form the rectangle. So first thing first, if I get one, I can form the rectangle. So what I will do is, I will try to iterate n comma n. As yesterday as we discussed, this is dx dy. What we are doing is, suppose we are at x comma y, you can go to x minus 1 y and x y plus 1, x plus 1 y, and you can go to x y minus 1. These are the scenarios we have written here, dx dy. Now we will iterate, and we are storing everything in my answer, and I is equals to 0, I less than n, j less than n. If v of I j equals to 1 means this is my farmland. Now r is equals to 0, c is equals to 0. Why r equals to 0, c is equals to 0 we are considering? Now if you see here, we want top left and the bottom right. We want top left and the bottom right. So in r comma c, we are going to store the maximum values. When we encountered one, then definitely somewhere it will end, right? Somewhere it will end. Consider it is ending here. We need to store these values, right? R comma c. So this is my I comma j. That's why we are using r comma c, and we are going. And as yesterday we discussed, we are making v of x comma xy is equals to 2. We are making farmland 1 to 2 because we are saying it is already visited. 2 means it is already visited, please don't visit again. And we are saying r is equals to max of r comma c, r comma x, c is equals to c comma y. That means this is my row. Whenever you are going towards the down, I am incrementing my row. I am taking maximum, and with the same thing with the column. If you are going towards the right side, same thing I am taking with the column, max and max, and we are going 4 directions. And we are checking all these scenarios. Solve x plus dx, solving this. Now what is my base scenario? If x is less than 0 or y less than 0, x greater than or equals to n. That means my x has crossed my last index, or y crossed my last index, or v of x comma y equals to, that means we got the forest land, or v of x equals to 2, that means we have already visited. All these scenarios we are going to return it. Finally, we are storing this in T and we are pushing into the answer. So here if you see, my time complexity will be order of n into n only, because this is my n cross n into m. This is my n cross m matrix. We are iterating every cell only once. So we are maintaining the visited array. So every cell is visited only once. So this is order of n into m, and remember n into m, and you can see here, yeah, it's n into m. Now let's understand. You will get the doubt, right? V of I, here we are using 2 loops and here we have recursion, but the thing is, when you get one, and all the possible ways will become 2's, right? All becomes 2. So whenever you can't encounter one, it will be either 2 or it will be 0. So only few scenarios you will be encountering one. That's why I am saying, so it will be like n into m only. I think you have understood it, what exactly we are doing. Now let's see. Now let's twist the problem a little bit. Now same thing, 0 represent my forest land, 1 represent my farmland, but this is my group and this is my group. Now let's twist and let's say we don't have proper rectangles. In the above problem, we had proper rectangle. Now interview will say you don't have proper rectangles. So you can have scenarios like this, 1, 1, 1 and 1. So in the above scenarios, you can't have these type of cases. But now in the extended version, you can have this. That means this is not a possible rectangle. So you can say this is my rectangle. So you can't say that this is my rectangle. So you will exclude it. My proper rectangle is something which consists of 1, 1, 1, and these are all my 0. Then you can say proper rectangle. If you encountered 1 here, that means this is not my proper rectangle. So this is the extended version. Try to solve by yourself. Give it a try for at least 15 minutes. I think you have got it, what exactly we are doing. We are saying that we can't have proper rectangles, and and my rectangles can be adjacent towards each other. We are saying that. So I think you gave it a try for a couple of minutes. To solve this is a bit an extended version. What we can do here is directly we will jump into the code. It's simple. We will go with solve, and in the solve we will do the same thing. In the solve we will do the same thing, but we will go for validate. We will go for the validate. This is my x comma y nm. So I am taking r comma c, and if you are going with this, if you are having like this and you are at this position, so I want to go to right side and the bottom side. I want to find the maximum index. I want to find the maximum column index and a maximum row index. That's why we are doing this. If v of y is equals to 2, r equals to I, v of xi is equals to 2, c is equals to I. So we are taking maximum c comma I, r maximum. After this, r comma c we got. That means we can form a rectangle with r comma c. Yes, definitely you can form a rectangle with r comma c. So consider this, and we got the values. Now you form the rectangle with r comma c. Now while iterating, you need every cell to be 1. To make it Farmland, you need every cell to be 1. Suppose you had here, suppose you had here 1. Suppose you had the 1 here. Now we need to check, right? We need to check all the above, top. We need to check the bottom, and we need to check the left side, and we need to check the right side whether I contains 1. So it's like when I minus 1 greater than or equals 0, v of I minus 1 is equals to 2. That means this is already visited one. Then I can say directly return it. So I can't form a proper rectangle, because your rectangle starts at here and your rectangle ends at here, and if there is some node here, yes, you can have these 3 nodes, but this rectangle is contributed when the edge is here, that will be done. Now if you have at least 1 or any of this here, then you can say, you will say I will return it out. V of I j is equals to 2, I will return. Same thing with I plus 1 and j minus 1 and j plus 1, and we will directly push everything into our answer. So in this case, here my time complexity will be same thing, like order of n into m, and this is will not go till n into m. What exactly this will go? Same it will go. So because we are not writing inside solve we are not writing values, so it will be like same time complexity. So I think you understood it. You have understood the question clearly. Then you understood the extended version, and you have understood the different approaches to solve this. So if you understood it, if you learned something new from this video, please consider to like, and if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. And I have created a WhatsApp community. I have added the link in the description. You can join in that WhatsApp community, and I have given my LinkedIn profile. You can go and you can connect with me on LinkedIn. If you have any doubts on this problem, please ask, and if you have any feedbacks, whether it is positives or negatives, all are welcome. I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.